Welcome back to the channel. This video is on atmospheric science and meteorology. I'm looking at tropical cyclones and how we differentiate and categorize their sizes based on the wind speeds and the scale that we use to identify these amazing natural phenomena. This is the Earth Science Classroom. When measuring the wind speeds of these amazing natural phenomena, these tropical cyclones that form over certain latitudes, and the names can change based on the origin of the storm geographically between each ocean basin. However, the categorization or the way to identify the storms and the intensity and the severity of these storms can be done through the wind speed. Now, the 1 minute duration of persistent wind speed is recorded, and the wind speed can fluctuate around the cyclone in different areas based on where it forms between northern and southern hemisphere, because that also dictates the direction of rotation. So in the northern hemisphere, it's going to rotate in an anti-clockwise direction, and in the southern hemisphere it's going to rotate in a clockwise direction, and each part will have different wind speeds, but the highest wind speed is taken. Now, this is based on what's called the Saffir Simpson scale, which was formulated by two gentlemen, Saffir and Simpson, Simpson being a meteorologist and Saffir being a civil engineer, in 1971, and then brought to the public through the National Weather Service in America in 1973. Now, this standard, very simplistic way of categorizing hurricanes is based on the highest wind speed recorded from that cyclone, and since the 1970s, the ability to track and measure accurately the wind speed of these cyclones has become ever more accurate and scientific with the better technology. So, from a Category 1 to Category 5, these are different levels of wind speeds. Category 1 being the lowest or less wind speed and less severe, less intense cyclone, to Category 5, which is very intense, catastrophic, and occasionally very, very deadly. But the cyclone itself has to exceed 74 miles per hour in wind speed to even be called a cyclone or a typhoon or a hurricane. Now, Category 1 goes from 74 to 95 miles per hour, Category 2, 96 to 110, Category 3, 111 to 129, Category 4, 130 to 156, and anything above 157 is categorized as a Category 5, the largest on the scale. Now, this has been in place again since 1973, and they haven't modified it. However, there have been some hurricanes and typhoons, especially typhoons, that have exceeded 157 miles per hour. Now, in the Pacific, on the western Pacific especially, these typhoons have a different scale. They don't use the Saffir Simpson scale. This is more popular in the Atlantic and the eastern Pacific basins, where we have hurricanes form, and hurricanes are categorized using this scale. Now, whether they'll readjust and amend this scale and add a Category 6, because in theory, a Category 5 could go from 157 to, let's say, 175. And anything above 175 would be a Category 6. Again, there haven't been enough of these large cyclones or the need to do this on a national or global scale, is to readjust this scale according to the changes in our hurricane and typhoon seasons, the intensity, duration, and the effect of these amazing storms on countries they hit and make landfall. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please subscribe and maybe hit the like button. If you like more on this content, please check out my channel, which has all these videos on Earth science.